This is GTV, broadcasting across the galaxy. In the darkest reaches of deep space, where the most dangerous and vile alien life dwells, Samus Aran is on the case, exterminating the worst of the worst so that the civilized planets of our galaxy may live in peace. With a protective suit of armor and powerful blasting cannon, Samus Aran is the bravest of the brave, the scourge of space pirates, and a true hero to all. The tape ends. Samus looks on from inside the spaceship cockpit. "This promo video is perfect," says Samus. The phone rings. The commander is on the line. She says the Galaxy Police Department insists that you must come at once. At the GPD HQ, the chief begins to brief Samus on an important mission. A recent discovery on the planet SR-388 has led to a serious situation. "It looks like a gachapon," Samus says. "No," says the chief. "This object was discovered on planet SR-388. This, and others like it, contain a mysterious life force never before seen in the galaxy." The chief continues. "After some study, we have learned that exposing this newly discovered life force to beta radiation brings it to full maturity, creating a terrible alien creature called Metroid. Metroid are a terrible parasite with the ability to drain the life force from other living beings. It seems to have no other function." 1 month ago, the Federation sent a ship to planet SR-388 for further discovery and exploration. However, space pirates attacked our ship and have procured an untold number of undeveloped Metroid, taking them back to their home base on planet Zebes. Their leader, Mother Brain, and her minions have been multiplying Metroid ever since. If they were unleashed, the result would be devastating. "Samus, your mission is to clear Zebes of Metroid and destroy Mother Brain in order to secure our planet and others from a Metroid invasion." "Yes, Captain," says Samus. The captain replies, "Before you go, we must test your reflexes." Our hero and the captain face off in a game of volleyball on the Nintendo family computer. The captain gets the upper hand quickly and dominates the game. Samus blasts the wall in frustration. The captain says, "Okay, you passed the test." Our hero takes off for Zebes in the Cosmo Liner ship. It's a long journey, and Samus prefers a different game to pass the time, while the Cosmo Liner makes its way to the destination. 1 month later, the Cosmo Liner begins its approach to planet Zebes. Near the orbit of the planet, Samus has been detected by nearby pirate ships. They swarm Samus and attack. Our hero tries to escape but is outnumbered and gets blasted. Samus ejects from the cockpit and gets sucked into the gravitational pull of Zebes, hurling straight to the planet's surface. Rather unluckily, our hero falls through a giant crater and is trapped underground. Now on the planet's surface, Samus can begin the mission in earnest, which is to clear the planet of the Metroid infestation and destroy Mother Brain. Immediately, our hero has to contend with the monsters native to the planet, approaching several Zoomers not long after landing. They aren't too difficult to defeat, requiring just 2 shots of the normal beam that Samus has equipped. A few of these creatures leave behind energy balls that give our hero extra energy. Blasting enough will bring Samus to full power in no time. This area of Zebes is known as Brinstar. The blue caves are lined with platforms, which Samus must maneuver around. Not far from the landing site, Samus discovers the Marumari. With this item, anyone can roll up into a ball, making cave navigation possible. A new enemy is discovered, the Scree. These bat-like monsters hang from the ceilings of caves and swoop down for a diving attack. And thankfully, once the Screes hit the ground, they can't get out, making for an easy escape. For those still waiting to strike, a simple upward blast is all it takes. Finally, Samus finds an exit, except the door doesn't open. There's nothing worse than getting smacked by a door. Samus channels that anger into a beam blast, which doesn't destroy the door, but allows it to open normally. Our hero continues exploring the caves of Brinstar, wondering where the space pirates that control this area are, how to get out of here, and where to go next. Remembering the captain's briefing, Samus will encounter Kraid in Brinstar and Ridley in the Norfair region. These two must be eliminated before Mother Brain can be dealt with. Kraid and Ridley carry out the bidding of Mother Brain, and also guard several powerful weapons and upgrades that are necessary to complete the mission. Well, Samus says, I've already found the Marumari. How hard could finding these other upgrades be? While lost in thought, a new hazard appears, the Rio. This giant fly with big ugly eyes has an unusual flight pattern. Follow the pattern, then strike. The landscape changes as the cave Samus walks into is a long vertical cliff. The only way to go is straight up. A new monster, the Ripper, is there to get in the way. With patience and nerves of steel, our hero ascends the cliff, reaching a safe zone which clearly looks like it was built by intelligent life. Venturing onward, Samus discovers a pipe. Of course, to an avid gamer, pipes are warp zones. But sorry, Samus, this ain't Mario. Another giant bug flies out of the pipe, a Zeb. These things are all over the place. At the end of this corridor lies a new weapon, the Missile. With this upgrade, Samus can now fire a set number of super strong projectiles, taking care of certain obstacles that the normal beam just can't. Moving through Brinstar, Samus comes across another door, but this one is red. Red doors require 5 missiles to break open. Thankfully, there's that exact number in supply. Beyond the red door lies a small chamber, empty and quiet. Inside, a large statue, resembling a bird, holds something in its hands. Samus cracks open the ball to reveal the long beam. With this upgrade, Samus can fire to the top of any cave, with a shot of near infinite length. Clearing the area will be much easier from now on. Other items are discovered soon after. The energy tank, increasing Samus's health by 100 points. And the bomb. While rolling around in a ball, our hero can now leave these bombs behind to deal with attacks from above, as well as to clear rocks that lead to newly discovered pathways. Another item found in Brinstar is the Ice Beam. This weapon can freeze any and all monsters, which can then be used as a platform to make navigation easier. Along the way, our hero finds more missiles and energy tanks, which will come in handy for the road ahead. After all that treasure hunting, Samus comes to another high-tech room. This one has a strange platform in the center. One step puts the platform in motion, beginning a long descent into the unknown.
指令メトロイドを破壊せよ。
地底深く広がる迷路要塞に宇宙征服の野望が渦巻く。
行け宇宙戦士サムス。
ファミリーコンピュータディスクカードにアクション&迷路ゲームメトロイド。やればやるほどディスクシステム。
The elevator has led Samus right into the fiery depths of Norfair. Rather than make a retreat, our hero decides to venture forth, considering that there is a possibility of finding even more items that could be useful. Norfair is populated with monsters that are much more dangerous than those seen in Brinstar. Mela, Geruta, Dragon, and a stronger Ripper, combined with a lava river running below, all make for a tough road ahead. The danger is worth the risk though, as Samus discovers the high jump boots. Now previously inaccessible areas can be reached. Another item found here, the Varia, gives our hero's spacesuit a protective barrier, now taking only half the damage for each attack. Norfair is quite unforgiving as Samus must maneuver over the smallest platforms encountered so far, with high jumps required, as well as exploring tunnels in darkness, not knowing where they may lead. Thanks to our hero's perseverance, a very powerful item could be discovered. The Screw Attack. Now, Samus can jump, spin, and attack, cutting through anything like a buzzsaw. Jumping over the highest pillars and diving down into the lava below leads to the Wave Beam, a more powerful blaster than the normal beam, which gets the job done much faster. Our hero is ready to take on Kraid and Ridley, but where are these space pirates? Samus has explored every possible path, but has come to a dead end. The only way forward is beyond a cliff that, even with the high jump boots, cannot be reached. Samus recalls back to the captain's briefing. The best way up is, sometimes, to bomb yourself there. Our hero rolls into a ball and sets off bomb after bomb, which eventually allows for enough propulsion to lift Samus up above this high platform. It sure does take a long time to get there. The temperature gets hotter and hotter as the flames rise higher. Any more heat would scorch our hero inside that protective suit of armor. Blocking the way is a Viola, living fire. How anything could live here is a mystery. After all of that struggle, our hero finally comes face to face with the guardian of Norfair, Ridley. Upon first sight of Samus, the dragon breathes fire and lets out an ear-splitting scream. Our hero launches missiles and moves to offense by jumping and landing with a screw attack on Ridley's head, followed up with the Wave Beam. It all leads to Ridley's quick demise.
The challenge is Metroid. The power is Nintendo. Defend the planet Zebus against the evil Mother Brain. It's survival or destruction. Do battle or die. Metroid only from Nintendo.
Samus has been tunneling for some time now, escaping the heat of Norfair, but appears to be lost. As it turns out, it's all been one big circle. Samus has gone back to where this adventure all began. Oh no! Returning to where the route diverged does finally bring our hero to a part of Brinstar not yet explored. Here, Zeras, large slugs with giant wobbly eyes, guard the walls, and sidehoppers roam the ceilings. Gigas take the midway. It's a tough needle to thread, but Samus can safely move through, thanks to the upgrades found earlier. In this area, even more missiles can be found as well. There might be as many as 255 spread out all across Zebes. The maze-like fortress set up by Mother Brain and the space pirates is intricate and confusing. Yet, Samus continues to find the way forward, even when doors are hidden under other doors. On the other side of this door awaits Kraid. Samus quickly changes to the missile and fires off one shot that blows Kraid to pieces instantly. "That was easy," says Samus. Continuing through pipes and hidden passageways, Samus drops from the ceiling and onto the floor of a new area. The nearest door leads the way to Kraid? But Kraid was just destroyed a minute ago! Stepping into action again, Samus fires off a missile shot. As the cloud of smoke dissipates, Kraid still stands. This Kraid will prove to be a formidable challenge, as not just one hit will bring him down. our hero tries the screw attack and more missiles, while the Guardian of Brinstar strikes back with boomerang-like projectiles. One attack knocks Samus into the pit below. From the ledge, Samus switches to the wave beam and attacks from the underside. This new strategy does the job, as Kraid can't retaliate from this angle, and the wave beam slowly drains his energy. A final missile shot blows up the space pirate. Both of Mother Brain's henchmen are history. On the other side of the door, our hero gets quite a scare, as it looks like Ridley and Kraid have returned. But worry not. These are just statues, which cause no harm. With one blast, Samus destroys them, which activates a bridge. It's the pathway out of Brinstar. Mother Brain can't be too far ahead.
They don't have it.
Trying to find the Nintendo games you want can be a lot like being in a Nintendo game.
Another dead end.
Come on. You can end up looking in all the wrong places.
Oh no!
Stand back, son. Or you can go to Toys R Us. Toys R Us has the world's biggest selection of Nintendo games and accessories at everyday low prices.
Next time, let's just come to Toys R Us.
Yeah!
The bridge leads to a new area, Torian, Mother Brain's lair. Here, with just one step, Samus Aran finally comes in contact with the dreaded alien known as Metroid. It attaches itself to Samus's head and begins to drain the life out of our hero. If the Metroid isn't removed soon, it's game over, man. Thinking quickly, Samus curls up into a ball and lets off a few bombs, which repels the Metroid. They are quite difficult to destroy, but luckily can be frozen with the ice beam to allow for a hasty escape. It's more important to stop Mother Brain, the source of the Metroid, first, rather than trying to take care of each Metroid individually. In addition to Metroid, strange floating circles called Rinkas are found all across Torian. They aren't very strong, but sure are annoying. Zebatites line the walls. These are the life support system for Mother Brain. Destroying all of them will ensure the leader of the space pirates has no means of returning to life after the battle. After traveling down the long, narrow corridors of Torian, our hero finally comes face to face with Mother Brain. The space pirate is connected to a series of cables attached directly to the planet and sealed in a glass encasement. Mother Brain speaks.
You have done well getting this far. Turn back or face destruction.
Samus fires off a missile, shattering the protective glass. Mother Brain laughs and says,
It is useless. I can never be defeated.
The Rinkas pull our hero down. Under the water, Samus feels helpless and overwhelmed, asking, "Is this where I die? How can I fight back?" Realizing that it's better to die on your feet bravely rather than on your back like a coward, Samus leaps up and gives 120%, sending out a barrage of missiles right between the eyes of Mother Brain. The missiles explode, and Mother Brain is destroyed as the entire room catches fire and begins to collapse. Samus is able to escape. As Torian burns, all of the Metroid die in the calamity. A future invasion of the terrible alien species has been averted. Civilization across the galaxy has been saved. Thank you, Samus Aran, a true hero to everyone. Wait, did I mention Samus was a woman? Yeah, well, she was.